Okay. Apps! Stop what you're doing, my friend. Look at me. Before you write down your goals for 2024, I want you to drop the pen down and listen for me, please, my friend. Put the pen down now. Put it down. Okay. I'm going to tell you how to set goals for 2024 and how to be successful at them. So today, everybody of every color and shape, we're going to talk about productivity. I'm essentially going to tell you and show you how to set proper goals for the new year, or once and for all. And no, this is not some New Year's resolution. So let's get into it. Do you know why most people don't ever achieve their goals? Well, I'll tell you why. Half of the time people don't realize their goals is because they have some unrealistic expectations. There's a quote that goes like this: people underestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. When you're setting a goal for yourself, I want you to rethink the whole process. Stop focusing on the end goal and start focusing on the process. I meant to say the journey. I keep saying process a lot. Drake once said something like this: while you're on this journey, you need to separate yourself from the end goal and focus on the journey. Because for most people, when they focus too much on the end goal, they tend to neglect the journey, like the actions, like everything in between. You're supposed to be focusing on that. It's a mindset thing. Let me ask you this: how many of y'all focus too much on the end goal and then y'all never realize anything, and when y'all failed at this goal, you beat yourself over it? You're disappointed, you're discouraged, you stop trying altogether. It's because your mind was too attached on the end results. What you should be focusing on is micro habits, micro actions over time that's going to compound. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say your goal is to lose 100 pounds by the end of the year, something like that. Okay, once you have that goal, right, separate yourself from it. Stop focusing on the end goal, focus on the process. Focus on micro actions that's going to eventually lead you to losing that weight. Instead of saying I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year, say something like this: I'm going to hit the gym every single day and stop eating processed food. Yeah, I said process again. Go ahead, do it. Now you might be saying to yourself, this goal sounds way too extreme. Now, perhaps it is. I'm not a professional nutritionist. I'm just trying to paint a picture right here. Focus on the habit, not the goal. Because guess what? A year is gonna go by whether you like it or not. Might as well hit the gym while that year is going by. And if you did stuck to that regime for the whole year and then you didn't lose that 100 pounds, who cares? At least you did it. At least you stuck to your word. You didn't lose 100 pounds, but guess what? You lost 75 pounds. That is way better than zero. That doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're progressing. I said progress, not process. Please give me a break. Had you been focused on that 100 pounds, you would have been discouraged the moment you saw 20 pounds off, bro, which is a lot. Look at it this way. Let's say you want to build a wall. Now, I know a lot of people have the tendency to write down, I'm going to build a wall in 2024. Don't do that. Here's what you do. I'm going to lay a brick down every single day, as perfectly as I can. Fam, if you lay down that one brick every single day, you are already successful. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It's not when you achieve the goal you're successful. You are already successful when you're doing it. These daily habits that seems insignificant, like I said before, over time will compound. And before you know it, when you look up, hey, would you look at that? I've built a wall. And I did it by simply laying down a brick every single day. If you're disciplined by doing that one small habit every single day, you will be successful. Discipline leads to habits, habits leads to consistency, and consistency leads to growth. So whatever goal you have going on for 2024, don't write it down. Write out the actions you're going to take for it. That way, it will be a lot easier to keep yourself accountable by doing these habits. And along the way, you will look up and you will be amazed of the current results, but more importantly, of how far you've come. And in due time, you will have achieved the ultimate goal that you set out for yourself. For example, one of my goals this year is to read more books. Now, I don't want to set the amount of books I want to read per year, because sometimes, like I said, if you look at the number, it could be overwhelming. So what I decided to do is to focus on the small action. Read 10 pages every single day. Because here's my logic behind it. One book on average is about 300 pages. So if I read 10 pages a day, that's a month. That is a whole book. Now some books have more pages, some books have less, like 400, 500. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're reading more. If I pick up a book that has 500, 600 pages, so be it. If it takes me 1 month, 2 months and a half to finish it, it does not matter. Another example, if you want to grow closer to God, don't just set the goal. Write down the actions you're going to take leading towards that goal. Maybe you want to read your Bible every single day. You want to pray more every single day. Do that. Focus on the action, because what we're trying to do is to create a routine. And if you're being consistent with these new habits, that's going to become your new routine. And a new routine gives you a new identity. So what did we learn today? Focus on the action, the habits, not the goal itself. Be transformed by the journey. Don't worry about the end results. Okay? The goal is to become a new person through these habits, because eventually these habits are going to become a routine. And those routines, everybody of every color and shape, are going to define your life. That's it for me. What are some of the goals for 2024? Write them down. And again, don't write the goals. Write the action you're going to take behind them. But that's it for me, man. Like, share, subscribe. I love you. Happy New Year. Bye.